Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Money Chat with Absat. My name is Absat, your favorite accountant. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is very close to my heart. One of my favorite topics. Can you guess? Well, it's budgeting. I love budget. Budgeting is one of the most important tools that you can use to take charge of your finances. It's simply a way for you to control how you spend your money even before the money comes in. And that's part of the reason why I enjoy working with a budget. For over the past 6 months since I started using a budget, I can tell you that it has deeply reduced my money related stress. Having a budget have made me understand that there is a limit to what I can afford at a time, and I am going with the flow basically. Like, I can't be spending what I don't have. So by using a budget, I'm able to allocate my expenses based on priority, on a need base. And then when it comes to other things that has to do with myself, like personal expenses, I can just go with what's left, go with what is remaining. I can't buy bag, shoe, earrings at the same time or in the same month. So I've come to understand that I do one today and do another one the following month and all of that. It just makes you take charge of your finances. And that's why we are going to be learning about how you can create your own budget today and 3 strategies that you can adopt when creating your own budget. But before I proceed, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification button. So now, a little story before we go into the main business. So I've been using a budget now for the past 6 months. I mentioned that at the beginning, yes, for the past 6 months. And one of the major reasons that brought the need for me to start using budget was my experience with handling my money in my former place of employment. Yes. So then I always had this issue towards the end of the month. I'm like, where did my money go? Why is this left? Why is my account balance not looking like my account balance? So the major thing I do then was I would just like take maybe 20,000 or 30,000 depending on what I tend to save that month. I just lock it in a different account, and then I start spending. But at the end of the day, I realized that I can't really say how much I spent on transportation or feeding myself in a month. So it makes me feel like I am being a wasteful spender. So if only I add the figures, I'll be able to know that, oh yes, it's reasonable for me to spend 20,000 on transport, or it's reasonable for me to spend 30,000 on feeding. So first, what I started doing was to start tracking my expenses. But I must confess, I will track my expenses for a week and then I will stop. Do for 2 days and then I will stop. It was very difficult, as at that time I didn't really have the appropriate tool for tracking my expenses. But when I got a different job, I decided to do better because, first of all, I am moving to a new environment that I am not so familiar with. And the first thing, or the first way I feel I can survive here, is by managing my finances. I need to know how much I'm going to spend to survive in Lagos. So I needed to work with a budget. Another reason is the fact that I needed to get my own space, and I know it's going to cost me a lot. So I need to have an idea of how much it is going to take, and will I be able to afford these expenses. So those are the 2 major reasons that made me start using budget, because I needed to be serious with how I'm handling my money. I can't be calling anybody to give me 2K, hey, because everybody feel like I'm a big girl. So to retain my big girl, the respect that comes with being a big girl, I need to manage my money properly, and that's why I started creating my budget. And to be very honest, budgeting has eased my money related stress. Like, I feel at times I can breathe in now and breathe out better. Even when I don't have money, I go through my budget and I'm like, okay, I'll be able to do this next month. Oh, I think I'll buy veils next month. Like, knowing that I cannot do it now, but I'll be able to do it later, makes me feel a bit relaxed. Knowing that, okay, like, it's a form of me to tackle some of my goals bit by bit. And it makes sense that way. So now let's dive in to talk about budget and ways that you can use to create your own budget. So when we talk about budget simply means an estimate of your income and your expenses even before they come in. For instance, now let's say you have a paid employment, you get salary, you know how much you're going to be paid monthly. Based on that amount, you now need to make a breakdown of what you're going to spend your money on in the going month. So a budget is more like a list of your income, all your income, or salary, or mom is going to dash you money, or you're going to receive a bonus or so. So you make a list of all your income, and then you make a list of all your expenses. You need to pay for transport, you need to feed yourself, you need to look good, and you need to do a lot of things. So a budget simply is an estimate of your income as well as your expenses. When it comes to preparing your budget, there's no one size fits all route. Like, there are different strategies that you can adopt to create your budget. It depends on you. It depends on what you prioritize. So I'll be talking on 3 strategies, and then the first one is the popular 50-30-20 rule. I don't know if you've read about it, but if you just go on Google now and search 50-30-20 rule for budget, it's going to come out. So what this rule is telling you that you should allocate 50% of your income to cater for your needs. When we talk about needs are like your rent, feeding, transport. These are essential things that you must spend money on. So make sure you allocate 50% of your money to cater for all of these needs. So now, after catering for your needs, what should come next should be your wants, what you desire, what you want to get. So your wants should take 30%, yes, sorry. 30% of your income should be allocated towards satisfying your wants, like flexing, entertainment, buying bags, buying shoes, skincare, depending on what your want is at that period. 30% of your income should be allocated for that. Then 20% should be directed towards savings and investment. And I feel this rule actually makes sense. It's giving you more percentage for your wants and your needs, and then 20%. I believe we can do that. Second one is for those of us that are really just starting to save money. I know some people that don't save money at all, and I feel that's bad. How do you intend to achieve your financial goals if you don't save money? So this one is a rule I came across in Just Man in Babylon. So I came across this in a paragraph there. So what the author suggests is you can start by saving 1/10 of your income. So try to bring out 1/10 of your income. That's like 10% of your income, and save it. And then the 90%, ball with it. Try to live within that 90%. And then gradually you can start increasing this percentage. So now the third strategy is a strategy I came across in the Secret of the Millionaire Mindset book. I hope I got that right. So it's a book that you can easily find available online or for purchase too. So according to the author, you should allocate 50% of your income on necessities. You can see this is similar to the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income should be on your necessities. Now, 10% of your income should be on long-term investments. You should invest another 10% for future spending, such as maybe a vacation in the future, or even an emergency fund that is 10% for it. So we have 50, 60, 70. Now, 10% you can allocate 10% for current spending. You know, the first one I mentioned is for future spending. Now, this next one is going to be like for current entertainment and spending. So now we have 80. Then 10% should be for education. Yes, it's good for you to learn, go for courses and all of that too. Skill acquisition is very good. So allocate 10% of your income for education. And finally, the last 10% should be for a give account. More like a black tax. Anyways, the final 10% should be for a give account, donation, and all of that. So you see, this one is like, it's a bit more detailed. So it's left for you to pick any of the strategy to adopt when creating your budget. But the good part, like I said, it's not a cast in stone technique. You can choose to modify any of this technique that I mentioned in a way that suits your current reality. I hope that makes sense. And now, to save it the best for the last, like I said, I have been using a budget. Like, what if I told you that the first thing I do every week when I go to work is go through my budget? Yes, I do that. I check to see that I am in line with the things I want to spend my money on, or if there have been changes, I need to modify it immediately. And I also track my expenses on a daily basis, except when I don't have money, but as long as I spend money, I track it. And because I created a tool that I've been using, I've decided to modify this tool and bring it out to you to use. So yes, I created a money tracker. It's a two-in-one expense and budget tracker. And I can show you it's one of the easiest tool you will find anywhere. Like I said, I created it myself. So using this tracker, you can record your expenses. You can track your expenses on the go. You just need to go in every day, either on your phone or your laptop, and then record what you spent your money on and put it in the right category. I made provision for several categories such as feeding, subscription, utility, education. So there are a lot of categories. And the tracker will be coming to with a manual that is going to guide you on the appropriate category to put that money that you spend. So each expenses has to fit into a category. And by putting it under the right category, it dives in right to your budget sheet. So there's more like a three sheet. There's the expense tracker sheet, there is the budget sheet, and there's the annual overview sheet. So when you track your expenses, when you record an expense in your expense tracker, it flows into your budget. Why? Because at the beginning of every month, I expect you to make a budget, make a provision on how you intend to spend your money. So when you now start recording your expenses, there's going to be a signal that shows you if you're overspending or if you're underspending. So you can see it in real time. When you put in figures, you'll be able to see that, oh, I think I'm in line with my budget. Oh, I think I've exceeded my budget. So it's going to guide you. And then finally, when you go to the annual overview sheet, it shows you at a glance the total income and total expenses you've had for the past period. I can assure you this is one of the easiest, simplest, and best tool you come to find online. And it's going for a very it's not that expensive. It's not expensive. And for the next few weeks, it's going to be going for 3,000 naira. So I need you to follow the link in the description below and go grab your copy. It's a very simple to use tracker that is going to be coming with a manual and a demo video where I will show you better how to make use of this tracker. I use it and you should use it, especially if you're embarking on this journey with me. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, go to the comment section and drop a comment, please. And see you next time. Bye.